crafty friends, it's Marie from Marie's Vermont Creations, bringing you today this Easter card, which is also a gift for whoever you give it to, because inside is a pack of crayons that goes with it so that they can color this front image. And this front image is from the Happy Easter Bunny. It is one wooden stamp that you get in there, and that's in the new Occasions catalog, which is available until June. So let me show you how I did this. So the white piece of cardstock is 9 inches by 5.5, and I've scored that at 4 inches and 5 inches. I'm just going to hold these score lines. So that makes the little book that our card will be and that our crayons will sit in. So then I have a piece of light purple paper, and this measures 3 3/4 by 5 1/4, and then along the side will also be the same color. Now you can do this in any Easter color. Let me show you just another example. I've done it in light blue for a boy. I have yellow. I've done yellow. I've done pink ones. Whatever you have for paper. And so then your little side piece, which is for the little panel right here, that's 3/4 by 5 1/4. And what we're going to do is take Wisteria Wonder ink and the Best Day Ever stamp set. What I'm looking for out of that is this dot stamp here. So we're going to random stamp all over these two pieces in the Wisteria Wonder ink. So what I did with my sample is I stamped once, stamped it off on the paper again. So it gave it this multi-layered look. So I went over them in each section a couple of times. So it gives it kind of a 3D effect underneath. And keep in mind that you're going to cover up the center as well, so if you don't want to stamp in that section, you don't have to, because your Easter Bunny image is going to take the place of that. I got a few that I just need to stamp off first to lighten them up. So then we're going to do the little side piece. And you could do just the one stamp if you want. If you wanted it really light, you could do stamp it on your scrap paper first and then stamp it on your page. I just liked how this dark purple looked on the light paper. It was actually something somebody tried in class, and I really liked it, so I decided to do that for my sample. So I went ahead already and I've stamped the Happy Easter Bunny image in Stays on Black on some white cardstock, and I've used the third from the outside labels framelit to cut that out with my Big Shot. So that's ready to go. Now we're going to work on building the pocket for the inside of the card, which is to hold the crayons, and that's using a piece of cardstock that is 4 inches by 4 7/8 inches. And so I've pre-scored it so it would save a little time, but just to let you know that this is scored at 3/8 of an inch, 1 inch, 3 7/8 of an inch, 4 1/2 inches, then turned, scored at 3 1/4 and 1 1/2. So I'm going to fold all of these score lines, and then we're going to cut some pieces off. Alright, so holding it with the largest rectangle at the top, just grab my scissors. So what we're going to do is cut off these bottom 4 on both sides. You don't need those. So then what you do is fold these in and fold this one up. And what I found easiest to do is to put some sticky strip here and here, and then put this section up, and then put this sticky strip on the back. Let me show you what I mean. If I can find the end of the sticky tape. And I usually do 2 on the bottom, just because that's where the weight of the crayons is going to be. And you're going to take these off. And fold them up, and then hold it, and then stick that there. And the same on the other side. And you're going to take your back pieces off here. Maybe. If you're having trouble, you can always use your paper piercer to help grab the back of the sticky strip. So then you just line that up here in the center. And then what I've done is taken a piece of the pre-embossed paper that you get in it's one of the options in Celebration, which is ending on March 31st. And I took the Wisteria Wonder ink and then rubbed that over with a sponge until it was the color I like. If you wanted it darker, you would keep going. And this piece of paper measures 2 3/8 by 2 3/4. And you adhere that right to the inside of there. And then you're going to adhere your piece to the front here, and your side panel, obviously, to right there. And then you take this and adhere that to the front. For our sentiment, it's going to be Happy Easter, and that's actually going to be out of the Delightful Dozen stamp set, which is in the annual catalog. So I'm going to stamp that in Wisteria Wonder on a piece of scrap white paper. Hopefully I have it stuck down good enough. We're going to stamp that sideways so that we can punch it out, and we're going to use the Modern Label punch to punch out our sentiment to add it to the side of our card. I have to line this one up just so, because the swirls on the letters, it fits, but it's a tight fit. And then I adhered some dimensionals to the back of that and adhered it to the side panel. So let me again show you the finished one. So they get to color this in. Here it says Happy Easter, and that's popped up on dimensionals. And inside is your pack of crayons. This is a 16 pack. I created this box for this dimensions of crayons, so you could probably fit an 8-pack in there, but it's going to wiggle around, so that's up to you. I hope you enjoyed this project. Please feel free to visit my website at Marie's Vermont Creations, and I hope you have a great day.